equal parts. So P1 to P99, these are the percentiles. And this is the expression for, uh, you know, for group data to evaluate percentiles. Okay. Now, we had one example in the discussion where we have computed Q1, D3 and P60, one from each of these three. And straightforward, we have just followed the procedure of what we did in case of medians. Everything is same except you need to find the appropriate class. Okay. Now, I'll take one example that is about ungrouped data. That is, you have listed data with frequency distribution. So let me start with that. Example number 2, yes, second example. So here the question is determine is a question get the quartiles for the distribution given below. For the distribution given below. For the distribution given below. We are given discrete data here, that the single value and frequency. So here values are this 4, 5, 6, 8, 11, 13 and 14. And Fi values are 2, 4, 5, 7, 3, 2 and 1. Okay. This is what we are given. So, you know, total number of observations 3, 6, 7. Is it? The total number of observations equals to 7. Is this right? Say what is the n here? I'm saying that the total number of observations equals to 7. Is this correct? You know. What is n here? No, it's Acha. Joseph is saying it is not. Then what is n? Yes. It is 24, not 7 the number or not 8. Yes, it is 24. Yes. Okay, so what we need to do now? What is the first step? Will tell me how we'll proceed further to solve this. Is given to you XI data. These are the occurrences, number of occurrences, repetitions. We'll have 4, 5, 6, 8, 11, 13 and 14. 6, 7. Okay. This is 2, 4, 5, 7, 3, 2 and 1. You know that this is 24. What will do now? Yes, that's true. So I think we will use the formula which we have stated here. So the first one, you are asked for quartiles, so Q1. Right? So how right, as you have stated, so Q1 equals to, what's the Q1? The value of n plus 1 by 4th term. To find the observation at this place. This gives us a position, remember. Okay. Now what is n? N is 24. Your n is 24. So 25 by 4. So it is which observation? The value or the observation value of which one? 6.25 time. Okay. Now this means probably you may not be normally in such questions when you have such fractional position, then you find the value at the 6th place. That's a 6th observation plus what's the fractional part here? 0.25. Now you see, if you want to get the observation at 6th place, you need the column for CF also. So we prepare one more column, that is CF, cumulative frequency. Okay, so I'm preparing one more column here. You know how to do this. 2 plus 4, sum of this 2, 6. Then sum of this 3, that is 6 plus 5, which is 11. Sum of the first 4, which is 18, plus 3, this is 21, plus 2, which is 23, and the last one is 24. This is nothing but what? CF. Now, this is okay. This you can write the observation at the 6th place very easily. Now here, it's like this. You see, suppose this is observation number 5, this is observation number 6, this is observation number 7. So you can write the observation at this place. Which place? 6th place. And then 0.25, that's the fractional part. So what we'll do, we write 0.25 into the difference between these two, that is value at the 7th place, 6th position, उसके बाद 7th position आएगा. Value at the 7th place, 7th position, you are just finding the distance between these two minus the value at 6th place. This is how we'll do when we have the fractional position. Value at the 6th place. Next, 6 के बाद 7. So next position, which is the next position, that's the 7th position, minus the value at the 6th position. Okay. This is especially for this fractional part, remember. For integer part, we have written the value at the 6th place. Now, which observation will be at the 6th place? Who will tell me? If you list the observation from CF, you can answer this question. Which observation will fall at the 6th position? Yes, fine. You see here 4 repeated 2 times. आप इसका linear list करेंगे. So 4 how many times? 2 times. Then 5 will occur how many times? 4 times. So 5, 5, 5, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is what this CF indicates. This is the 6th position. And which one is the corresponding observation here? 5. So into 5 plus 0.25 into which observation will be at the 7th place? 7th place पे कौन सा observation आएगा? Which observation will fall at the 7th position? Tell me. चलो बोलो fast. I'm waiting for answer.
6.
6. Yes, that you can see from this here. Till 11th position, the observation number 6. So here 6 minus observation at the 6th place, which is 5. So the difference is here nothing but just 1. So 5.25. That's a Q1. Q1 first quartile. So Q1 is somewhere here. So 75% observations are ahead of this 5.25, or you can say that the 25% of the total observations are less than this 5.25. That is what you understand by this first Q1. There is a position at this place, 25% data, and the corresponding value is this 5.25. 75% of the total observations would be having values more than this 5.25, and 25% observations would have values less than this. That's what you understand by Q1. Now, chalo go for Q2. That's too simple. You can just answer from the total number of observations very easily. What is Q2? Q2 basically क्या होता है? Tell me what is Q2? Yes, it's a median. Q2 is basically median, right? So your total number of observations is even, right? So which will be the what will be the median in fact here? Q2. We had earlier such questions in the discussion. We are finding Q2. Q2, it is just a median. How will get it? Median for even number of observations, or you just use our straightforward formula. So what is Q2? Q2 in this case, that is nothing but you just go back to this formula. The formula where we did, yes, or you can just put here I equals to 2 now. Here it was for Q1 that I is 1. Now here I is equal to 2. So value at 2 times n plus 1 by 4 position place or position, right? What we did here, it was the first quartile. So we had I equals to 1. Now you have I equals to 2. So what is this? Value of this is by 2. And what is n here? N is 24. Right? Is it? So it will be how much? Yes. Is this correct? Say like how many? Okay. So now as you did in the previous case, value of this 12th term, or you can write the value at this 12th position plus what's the fractional part here? 0.5 into the next observation. Which is the next observation? That is 13th number. Is it? So I'll write the value at the 13th place minus the difference of the next two, that is minus the value at 12th place. Now which observation will fall at the 12th place? Can I have an observation? Tell me from this data.
8.
Yes, it will be 8. So this is 8 plus 0.5 into which observation will fall at 13th place?
8.
It is also 8, yes. 8, and at 12th place you had 8. So this is just 0. So Q2 equals to 8. You can use the formula for the median also. So this is 8. So if you just observe here, the half of the observation, 8 is somewhere here. Half of the observations are less than this, you can see here. These are the 3 observations less than this, and the half of the observations are more than this. This is a median, or you can call this as Q2. Right? Now go for next, get the Q3. One more. Now you can do that very easily. For Q3, third quartile or upper quartile, the value at which place? Value at 3 into n plus 1 by 4th place. Okay? Or position at this one. The value at this place. So what you will get from this? Chalo calculate it and let me know.
18.75.
Yes. So here you will get this position 18.75. This is the position. You know M is 24 here as we have used twice. Okay. So you can write here observation or the value at the 18th place plus 0.75 into observation or value at which place 19th place minus observation or the value at which place at 18th place. Fine. Now which observation will be at the 18th position here?
8.
Yes, it is 8 plus 0.75 into 19th position पे कौन सा observation आ रहा है?
11.
11, yes. Minus 8, as you have written there. So 8 plus 0.75 into how much? 3. So what is our final Q3? कितना आएगा?
11.75.
How much it is? Is it this much?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so let's write one more question here. Question number 3, other question. You evaluate Q1, Q3, and just write B4. So this 3 we find for the distribution given below, for the data given below. Okay, so you are given this group data, so marks and number of students. The marks are 5 to 10, which is 5, 10 to 15, which is 6, then 15 to 20, that is 15, 20 to 25, which is 10, 25 to 30, which is 5, 30 to 35, which is 4, 35 to 40, which is 2, and 40 to 45, which is 2. That's given to me. So let's see this. What is n here? n क्या होगा? So we are given this class values. I'll rewrite here. Okay. What about F5 values? That is 5, 6, 15, then 10, then 5, then 4, then 2 and 2. So what is this? Kitna right? How much?
49.
वापस देखो how much you are getting.
49. 49.
Not 50. Okay. So here n is 49. We need to prepare the column for CF. Cumulative frequency CF. So let's prepare that. So here we have 5. This is 6, 11, 26, then 36, then this is 41, this is 45, this is 47, and this is 49. So first you are going to calculate Q1. Right? You are doing for group data. So how we'll do as we did the question number 1. So I'll just show you how we did the first question. This one. This one. Okay. So what we need to do? First we need to find the quartile class. That is a class that contains Q1. How we'll get it? Just look at here. You need to use this. Find the class that has the CF more than this. Okay. So you get that class first. So class with CF just greater than n by 4. What is n here, you know. Kitna hai? Find out how much you are getting, which class you are getting.
15 to 20.
Into 20. This is, I think, 12.25. So the class to CF is more than this. Yes, so it is this class. Here the CF is 26. It has to be more than 12.25. Okay. So the Q1 class, the class that contains Q1 is 15 to 20. Now just use the formula for Q1 and place our respective values. So L plus n by 4 minus PCF upon F into C unit. What is L? That's the lower limit of the median class, which is 15. N by 4, how much? This one, minus PCF, receiving cumulative frequency, which is 11. Upon F, F kitna hai? What is F? 15 into class length. What is that? 5. So simplify this. So get the Q1. कितने आ रहा आप लोग का Q1? Yes. 15.42. Okay, fine. Same way you go for Q3. What about Q3 here? And next Q3. So the class with CF just greater than 3n by 4, right? So how much you are getting? Once a class are uploaded, which class you will get if you use this?
Fifteen to 20.
Hmm? Yes. It's 25 to 30, I suppose. Oh, okay. It's right. Now get all values and place into that formula and let me know what is Q3. Okay? 25 to 30, you know this class. Okay? So here 25 to 30, that's Q1 class. $25.75. Yes. So therefore Q3 is 25.75. Now let's go for next. Yeah, and my next chapter. What is asked in the next part here? Unit D4, yes. So let's get D4 now. So find this class, D4 class, the class containing D4. That is the class with CF just greater than, here what I should write, 4n by 10, right? So this n here, 49,000. No. So what is value of this? $17.87, is it? D4 में 4n by 10. Smith is getting 17.87, is it? It's 19.6. Okay. So this is 19.6. D4 is this. So therefore, here you will get a which class, concept class I have. Please let me know the class. 15 to 20, 19.6. Yes, this one only. 15 to 20. So D4 class is this, 15 to 20. Now use the expression for D4. What's the expression for D4? L plus n by 10, but आप यहाँ पे fourth find कर रहे हैं, so 4n by 10 minus PCF upon f into c. So place the value. This is 15 plus this you did, which is 19.6 minus PCF. What is PCF? How much? 11, no? So here 11 upon f. What is f? That's 15. So upon 15 into class length. What is class length? C कितना होगा? It is 5. Yes. So just place the value and simplify. Let me know what you are getting from it. So done this, how much you are getting?
17.87.
Okay. So this is 17.87. One more thing we'll do here, that is get P90. Find this. Okay. 90th percentile. Okay, so first what we'll do, we find the class that contains this, that is this percentile class. So let's find that. So what we'll write here, class with CF just greater than, what I should write here, n by 100, you are finding percentile, and which number? 90th number. So we have this. What is this value? Let me know this and determine the final class. कौन सा class आ रहा है वो update. कितना आ रहा है? How much you are getting this?
44.
Yes. So which class has CF more than 44.1? Will be which class? Is it this one? AI? Will it be this class?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so 30 to 35, that is this percentile class here. 30 to 35. That's a required class here. P90 class. Okay. Now, write the expression for this. Plus, n by 100, and this is 90th number, so 90 by 100 minus PCF upon F into C. What is lower limit here? Lower limit is 30, no? Yeah, so this is 30. So this is just 30 plus this one you did, which is 44.1 minus PCF. Preceding cumulative frequency, how much? 41 on frequency. What is frequency? That is just 4. Yes. Into C. What is C? It is 5. Place the values and simplify. 33.88. Fine. Okay. Now we write one more measure of central tendency that's known as mode is the third measure of central tendency. This also represents central value. Arithmetic mean it represents central value. Median also represents the central value in terms of position, and mode also represents the central value in terms of occurrences, you will see. So what is a mode in a given data? So for the given data, an observation or the value, an observation, or you can write the value with maximum occurrences, or you can write the repetitions, or you can write with maximum frequency. An observation that occurs frequently in the set of observations, that's called the mode. Is called mode of the data. What is mode? That is an observation that has the highest frequency. So it's like this. Why it is a measure of the central tendency? If I have here, for example, set of observations. For example, this is a frequency. Then at one observation, frequency is suppose here. For the second observation, frequency is suppose here. Third observation, suppose frequency is here. Then maybe over here and maybe over here and so on. So this is the observation. Corresponding to this, you have the highest frequency. Bell-shaped curve, right? Like this. So at this peak point, you get the highest frequency and the corresponding observation. So this represents the mode. Right? So in terms of the frequency, it is somewhere in the center. It's the highest point, and that is known as what the mode of the data. It need not be unique, depending upon the observation. You may have two different observations having the highest frequency. So mode need not be unique. Mode need not be unique. Unique means what? One and only one. Need not be unique. You may have two different observations with highest frequency. Need not be unique. Arithmetic mean and median is always unique for a given data, but mode need not be unique. That depends upon the data. Right? How will define the mode for the given set of observation? You find one observation with maximum occurrences, one observation that occurs frequently. That's known as a mode of the given data. An observation that occurs very frequently in the set of observations, that's called the mode of the data. If you have only one observation with highest frequency, then that's a single mode, but we may have two different observations with highest frequency. So mode need not be unique. Right? And why it is a measure of the central tendency, as I've shown here, for one point, for one observation, you have the highest frequency, and that's known as a mode. For example, see if I have, for example, if I have observations like this 2, 3, 4, 2, 5, 2, let's write 6, 2, 7, and 9. You see that very easily you can notice that the one observation that is 2 here, that repeated frequently, or that occurs very frequently. 2, 2, 2, or 2 has the highest frequency. What's the frequency of 2? That's 4. So the mode for the given data is 4 here. Mode equals to 4. Observation that occurs very frequently, very commonly, that is known as mode for the data. What's the frequency of observation 2, which is 4? What's the frequency of 3? 1. What's the frequency of 4? 1 again. 5, 1 here. If I write one more here, right? For example, I write here one more observation, here's 7. Then the frequency of 7 is 2 and frequency of 9 is 1. So mode is this. right? If I have this, for example, let me write 2, 4, 6, 6, 7, 6, 7, 9, 6, 6, for example, 10. So here, which observation is, occurs frequently in this? So not 2, but I think that observation that has maximum occurrences in this, which is 1 is 6, 6 here, 6 here, 6 here, and 6 here. What about frequency of 2? It is just 1. Frequency of 4 is just 1. But 6 repeated how many times? 5 times. So your mode of this observation is 6. Okay? For group data, we'll see there is a expression to evaluate more. But for ungrouped discrete data, you can just answer by observations. Or we'll see there are some expressions also to evaluate this. So with this, we end the session. Thank you. We continue next time.